Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to AFK Battle Pass tiers here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And you might be thinking to yourself, what exactly does that mean? What is AFKing Battle Pass tiers? Basically, AFK means away from keyboard, and you will be getting tier progression on your Battle Pass without actually playing the game. So with that being said, here's your disclaimer. Activision reserves the right to do whatever the hell they want with your account, so use this at your own risk. In Activision specifically, this video is being made for entertainment and informational purposes only. Guys, do me one more favor. Make sure you're dropping a like on this one, and of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. There's a ton of requirements to be able to do this method here today, so stick with me while I tell everybody all of them, because some will apply to you, some won't. So the first one is you have to have Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. So down here on the left, this is where you want to be in the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. If you do not have the multiplayer, you will not be able to do this method. If you're on Xbox or PlayStation, make sure you can play online, Xbox Live, PS Plus, those things. Make sure you have online capabilities so you can get into online matches. Number 3, which is, in my opinion, the most important and is going to be the most risky for some because you might not have an extra controller laying around, but I would highly recommend a controller that either doesn't work too well or has something wrong with it. So we're going to switch over right now to a controller that has a shit ton of stick drift that I do not care one bit about. You can use your main controller, guys, but the longer you do this method, the more fucked up your new controller or your good controller might be. So if you have an old controller, try to use that. Next thing we have to do is we have to play in the party modes game mode. Now, if you're watching this in Season 3 and you don't see this playlist, which is very possible, this is being recorded in Season 2, make sure you're looking out for All or Nothing, Gun Game, Infected, or One in the Chamber. Any of those modes will still work, and they might just be in their individual game modes for a playlist. If none of these 5, any of the 4 game modes I listed, or the general playlist for party mode is up, this will not work, and there is a good possibility it gets nerfed, patched, fixed, whatever word you want to use. So we're going to head into party mode. And one thing I need you guys to start doing is find yourself a rubber band or a hair tie if your girl's around, and if you don't got a girl, whatever your circumstance may be, ask your mom. If you don't have a mom or you don't have a hair tie and you don't have a rubber band, you can always use painter's tape or some kind of tape, whatever the case may be. And if you don't have anything to get your sticks moved in a different direction without your physical thumbs being on them, you probably have more problems in life than worrying about some Battle Pass tiers. So we're going to be loading up a match here. I need you guys to rubber band your sticks together. Just one rubber band on both your sticks. So Xbox controllers, try and find a little bit longer of a rubber band, but still one with some tension in it. And, you're going to be, obviously the one stick's going to be up in the top left, and your right stick's going to be pretty much the same spot where it is on a PlayStation controller on your right stick. You're going to rubber band those bad boys together, and PlayStation controllers, obviously, you're going to be rubber banding those together. Make sure your right stick is facing the left stick and your left stick is facing the right stick. Now, you can either use tape on your right trigger or you can just place it somewhere against an object. And basically, what you're going to do is you're going to be spinning like this and you're going to have your trigger down. Make sure your trigger is compressed. Make sure that trigger is being pushed down, even though we're in One in the Chamber right now, which is probably the worst game mode because once you die 3 times, you actually are stuck spectating. But the reason this works with this method is because party modes has forced respawn, guys. It has forced respawn. So here you can see I'm spinning, but I never had a screen before we loaded in. It just put us right in the match. And I apologize if you're getting dizzy or anything, but we literally just loaded right in and it forced us to respawn. In regular game modes like TDM, Hardpoint, Domination, all of those, basically, you have to actually click respawn. You have to click respawn to get into the game. With this, you do not. It's a forced respawn. So as you can see, it just automatically spins. It automatically shoots every single time you respawn. And in party modes, it seems like this method, doing this, you don't get kicked for inactivity. There is AFK detection when you're moving like this. It will still kick you if you do not have your right trigger compressed. But in party mode, it seems like it doesn't work as well. I have been kicked for inactivity when testing this, but it hasn't been nearly as frequently, and it's gone on for as long as 2 hours during testing. Now, I want to also tell you about the tier earn rates. Using this method, you will earn about 1 tier per hour, even on the lower end of the battle pass. If you guys don't know, battle passes, the closer you get to tier 100, the harder it is to level them up. Even on the lowest tiers, you'll be getting the lowest amount of XP per game, plus a little match bonus. So each game you might get 1600 XP. You're going to be getting just a small tick on your battle pass. It's about 1 tier per hour. At least that's what I experienced in testing for this video. But as you can see, we have not been kicked yet. And, if you're playing the game normally, you'll get tiers way faster, guys. The more XP and the more kills and everything, if you have a good game of performance, you're going to be getting tiers a lot quicker. But when you're doing this method, it's definitely a lot slower. But if you got to do this while you're asleep just to get those last few tiers at the end of a battle pass or something, you certainly could. We are going to fast forward to the end of this game. There's 4 minutes left, and, I guess it could go until somebody actually wins the game. But you can see us here. As soon as we respawn, it's going to shoot. It's going to be spinning. Boom. And, it's just going to do this. Now, when you, in this game mode, in this instance, when you die the third time and you're forced into the spectator, don't touch your controller. It will still go on. You'll still get into the next lobby and everything will still continue to be fine. The one thing I haven't tested for is if when you're spectating like this right here, if you're actually still getting that battle pass XP. So we've locked in this game. We're spectating right now. You cannot be kicked when you're spectating. And we'll see how much battle pass progression we get with just being in the game for a couple of minutes, maybe 2 minutes max. So we got like another 3 minutes here. I'm going to fast forward to it, and we'll check it out then. All right, so the game just ended. It was literally maybe 30 seconds. You can see we got our 30 score there. And I still have the controller in the exact same way. The sticks are together. The right trigger is still compressed. And we're about to load into our game. I'm going to show you the transition into the next lobby, just so you guys know everything is going to be all right. You might fuck up your KD a little bit. I think originally party games didn't affect your KD, but, in one of the chamber, you'll die 3 times. In some of the other game modes, there's our Battle Pass XP right there. You saw that little bit of progression. That's what we got from that game. We were in there for maybe 2 minutes. So some of these party games go really quick. I'm going to show you this transition into the next lobby and next match. But like I said, controller has not been touched up to this point. And, it's super easy, man. I hope it doesn't get nerfed for your guys' sake, because I know a lot of people just don't have time to play Call of Duty and get all 100 of those tiers. But, if this does help you out, make sure you guys are dropping a like. We got All or Nothing starting up. Like I said, controller has not been touched yet. And we're going to load into this next lobby here. And this is what will happen for hours upon hours upon hours when you are doing this method. And like I said, the longer you do it, the more you are putting your account at risk, technically. But I honestly don't think 8 tiers is going to make or break Activision's decision to do anything at all to you. So I would not be worried one bit. But here's the full transition. You can see it was a forced respawn. We're already spinning. And I'm wondering if I'll knife at the beginning or not. I did not knife. So when you're in gun game or something, usually you're spawning with a 5.45 AK, and it'll just be shooting that off constantly. So if you have a headset, turn it down the whole way. If you're on your TV speakers, turn your TV off. Just leave this game on, and you'll be good to go. So you can see it's working its magic here. And, this will be a full 10 minutes, I do believe. I don't think there's a limit, but I could be wrong. Could be like 30 or something. But, yeah, I'm going to run this whole entire game. I'm going to do this whole entire game. I'll show you the Battle Pass XP since this was a fresh game. It's a full game's worth, so you guys get a better idea, and that's where we'll leave this one off, man. So let's fast forward to there. All right, so that game just ended. I didn't see the clock there, but it was probably maybe like 3-4 minutes. And it looks like All or Nothing goes to 20, which I did not know. There's yours truly. Bubba Bones popping off, baby. But we'll see how much we got. Looks like I died 6 times? Looks like the scoreboard's a little fucked up. There you go. There's the little tick of progression. So hopefully that's enough for you guys. We are going to disconnect this controller and get our other one on there. But hopefully you guys pretty much understood everything in the video. If you have any questions, of course, drop them down in the comments. But for now, it's going to be it. hopefully this is still around in Season 3 if you guys that need it. And, you know, hopefully if you guys still need it here in Season 2, that you can get some while you can. Make sure you guys are dropping a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Sponsored equipment description below. It's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm out.